All right, welcome back to Daytime Tri-Cities. Joining us here in our studio kitchen, always fun to have Ross Chef Jane here with us. Good to have you.
Yes, thank you. Okay, so today we're making broccoli soup, and I just thought it would be nice. The weather's been kind of chilly and icky outside, and
not fun.
Soup is a good thing to have at this time of year and
we're
when
on
the
a
weather's
soup
like
kick
this.
too.
I know
on
we have been too at home actually.
Good soup.
But what I'm going to show you today is we're not using the pretty part of the broccoli, okay? We're using the part that people actually either throw away or don't use, or I don't know, put out in their compost bin or whatever. But you can really use this. And actually the reason that I have this is because I'm going to be in Knoxville doing another show this afternoon, and that I'm using the pretty part for.
So we get the leftovers?
No,
wait a minute.
No. This soup is good. It's just using all of the broccoli instead of having to waste any of it. And food is expensive, so let's keep it, let's keep it all going. I have about 2.5 cups of water in here, and I've put a little bit of stevia in there, which is why it's green, because it's stevia from my garden.
Okay.
So I'm going to add to this the broccoli, and I know that people like to have exact amounts in recipes and stuff. This is not a formula. This isn't chemistry, okay? So I can give you ideas of what to do and recipes, but you can create your own, and it's not like you have to put 2 or 3 cups of broccoli in here. It's not exact.
Okay.
You can put 2 cups, you can put 3 cups, you could try a little more. You may have to add a little more water. You may have to start with a little less water, and that's fine.
And you just chopped up the stalk.
Yep,
like
just
that.
chopped up the stalks. And I have a little bit of onion. You can leave that out if you want. You can add more if you want. And I have a clove of garlic here. I have approximately 2 cups of almonds.
Oh
yeah, almonds are going to make it nice.
Creamy?
Yep, I'm going to add about a teaspoon of salt, roughly. And I'm going to take some peppercorns and put them in there. And I make my own peppercorn mix, so that's kind of nice. I'm also going to be adding an avocado. Instead of adding any kind of processed fats, additional processed fats, I'm using the avocado as a fat, which is going to help to also make it kind of nice and creamy. The almonds and the avocado both add such texture and substance to it, which is really, really nice to have. And especially when you I like a nice, rich, heavy, creamy soup,
And then it's usually bad for us, when you think about those heavy creams that they can sometimes add.
But this isn't.
The natural way.
Exactly. And then I'm going to add, I like spices. Now, if there are other spices that you like, please put them in there. You can add herbs, you can add spices, whatever you like. I'm using cumin. I love cumin. It's just got, to me, such a wonderful flavor. And it's just, could put a little more in. That's how much I like it.
But
nobody's going to eat it but me. Nobody's going to like it. Right? So this is basically what the soup looks like before it's blended, and we're going to blend that up in the blender and get it very creamy. And that's going to be the magic of it, because all of this together creates such a magical flavor, and it's so delicious. So yeah, and it's a great way to use the broccoli.
Well, absolutely, like you said, because we take those little tops, and then the rest usually gets discarded.
Exactly.
But we can do a lot with it, and they say a lot of the nutrition is in that part of the broccoli.
It's all nutrition. There's a lot of nutrition. We're using whole foods. We're using fresh foods. We're not cooking or processing them, so all of the nutrition is there. So whether we use the stalks, the flowers, whatever it is, we're still getting a lot of nutritional value from all of that. So it's kind of nice to have that.
Yeah, we're building our immune system the right way through foods and all that good stuff. All right, you've got your cookbook out. Well, we say cookbook. Your prep book.
Uncooked
No
book.
cooking. That's what the title should be. Uncooked book. Yeah. It's not just salads, which also works, and you've got lots of great soups in there. Lots of good
I do have
ideas
a few
as
soups
well.
And my new book, Jane's Daily Thoughts, is also here and available. I love it. Everybody seems to be. It seems to be well received, so
good.
I'm happy about that.
You have lots of good thoughts.
Yeah, I do.
You're always so positive. We love your energy.
Thank you.
All right, we'll give everybody the website if you would like more information. You can find her at RossChefJane.com, and the name of the book is called It's Not Just Salads. And don't forget, she's very social. You can find her on all the social media platforms.